If someone told you last year that in 2020 there would be a worldwide virus epidemic and people would be hoarding food and supplies as if there was a zombie apocalypse, would you believe them? With today's COVID-19 world pandemic, there has been an increase in mandated isolation in order to further prevent the spread of the virus. However, with this comes a lot of people panic buying and hoarding necessary and vital supplies such as toilet paper, hand sanitizer, medical grade masks, and the list goes on. Today I will be talking about why panic buying is irrational and what you can do instead to make sure you have the things that you need while also making sure you leave things for others. This topic is extremely significant due to the fact that low-income families, those with pre-existing health conditions, and those who are elderly are not being given the fair chance to get what they need based on the fact that others are letting fear control their lives and their actions. So why are people doing it anyways? According to a BBC article written by Brian Lufkin, experts say the answer lies in a fear of the unknown and believing that a dramatic event warrants a dramatic response, such as panic buying. And even though in this case, the best response is something as mundane as washing your hands, which is something we should all be doing anyways. It is absolutely important for those who are fortunate enough to have good health, who are young, and who do not have to rely on food stamps to think about those who do not have access to these foods anymore due to their conditions and due to the excessive amounts of panic buying. Today I will be giving you 3 main points that you can and things that you can do to purchase what you need while also making sure that you leave for others. 1. Creating a weekly meal plan for you and your family. 2. Offer to go grocery shopping for those who are at risk or don't feel comfortable leaving their house. 3. Only buying 1 or 2 of an item at a time. My first main point is a weekly meal plan. One way that you and your family can limit the unnecessary and copious amounts of purchasing is creating a weekly meal plan based on the number of people living in your house, your skill level in the kitchen, and what you and your family want to be eating. According to the American Society for Nutrition's online article titled Making Health and Nutrition a Priority During the COVID-19 Pandemic, they suggest to visualize and think of what foods you would want to serve you and your family and plan ahead, making a specific grocery list for those items that you are planning to use in your meal plan. Make sure to keep things healthy, lots of veggies, and trying to stay away from frozen foods that lack nutrition. Try online shopping to make things easier and safer for you and your family without emptying the shelves in the stores. There are a lot of great companies such as Thrive Market, Imperfect Produce, and Farm Fresh to You who will deliver straight to your door without you having to be in contact with anybody, also allowing the stores to remain stocked. When you do this, not only are you saving money, but you're also being considerate of making sure that there's food left for others. You don't want to over purchase produce and food just to have it go rotten in the end. Number 2, shopping for others. If you have any neighbors who are elderly or who have certain health conditions that make them more prone to contracting this virus, offer to go grocery shopping for them. Not only is this such a selfless act to do, which we should all be practicing in one way or another, but it is also extremely helpful to these ones because they don't feel comfortable leaving the home, and it allows them to have a fair chance at getting the things that they need. Recently, NPR came out with an article written by Alina Selyuk stating that some supermarkets and stores are actually adding special designated hours in the day that only allow seniors and some of the most vulnerable to shop, to give them time, give them space, and the chance to get what they need. It is obvious for all of us who are not in that vulnerability gap to stay away from these stores during these hours that they have set up for those that are at risk. So just be considerate of these things. My third main point is limiting the number of items that you're buying. Another way to prevent panic buying. And according to Bill Green of CNBC, he states, as U.S. grocery stores try to keep their shelves stocked during the coronavirus outbreak, some major chains have begun to limit the purchase of food items. I know this is true for stores like Trader Joe's and Winco, And because of the large amounts of things that people are buying at this time, grocery stores are now having a really hard time keeping their shelves stocked as they can't keep up with this demand. Limiting your items are really beneficial because we are leaving things for other people and being considerate. Today I have talked about the world pandemic that is taking place due to COVID-19 and the panic buying that has come along with it, and what we can do to prevent empty shelves. Those 3 steps are creating a meal plan, shopping for those who are at risk, and limiting the number of each item that you plan on buying. It's important to remember that we are all worried right now about what the future has in store for us and our world during and after this virus. However, it is really important to not let your fear turn into selfishness. We are all enduring this together around the world, and we need to think of each other and be comforting one another during this difficult and historic time. Instead of letting fear driving us to hurt each other, let's let hope drive ourselves to be there for one another.